Well, the Madison Museum of Contemporary Art is home to the 3rd Annual Design MMoCA.
The way it works is designers pick a piece of artwork from the museum's permanent collection, and then they build an entire room around it. This year, the display includes more designers than ever before, and their creations will inspire you at every turn.
The first 2 times we worked exclusively with interior designers and architects, but we've expanded out this year to include graphic designers, industrial designers, furniture designers. And the concept is that the designers select a work of art from the museum's permanent collection and then design a project that's inspired by that piece. And the idea is that it's no holds barred, out of the box. They have no client other than themselves. And so they really can do a dream project. And we feel like this year's installations are really in fitting with that. It's a great opportunity for the museum to do some community outreach, bring in new audiences, and it's also a fundraiser for the museum.
Well, this is very comfortable.
Well, thank you.
Tell me about your design.
Well, I kind of started with a theme called rocker chic, and I went
like
from there. So that was actually before I even picked my paintings, that I knew that was the kind of direction, young and a little edgy.
Yeah.
And I wanted to kind of go in that direction, and I think I accomplished it pretty well.
When you decided to come up with this idea, do you envision the whole thing in your mind to begin with, or does it evolve as you're finding pieces together?
It evolves, and then with constraints, it evolves more. So you kind of go, oh, well, it has to fit within this space, so we have to get rid of this, or we have to get that, and using a 3D drafting program was really helpful.
You've done some really creative things. You painted this chest. When you found it, it was
pretty bad. It was veneer and then some hardwood in areas, and I had to peel the veneer off, and I ruined an iron doing that. And then painted it with a paint sprayer and had some problems with that, but we figured it out and I love it now.
Now, I would have never come up with that color, but I love it. I love it. And the lamps, you made these.
Yes.
What are they?
They're zip ties, 8,000 zip ties per lamp. I got some crazy looks at Home Depot when I went in buying bulk zip ties.
Who would live in this space?
Oh, me.
How would you describe who would live in this space?
It actually will end up being my living room.
Really?
I wanted to design it in something that was very much my design aesthetic, which I think is a great way to platform my start into the interior design business. And it's my space to live in. So.
And you've thought of every little detail. Look at these glasses.
Yes.
Where'd you find these?
Pier 1.
Here. Cheers.
Cheers.
To your success. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, this structure is intended to be a disaster relief shelter, and it was a project that we did in the interior design class, their first semester, actually. And it's intended to be entirely made out of cardboard and something that they could take apart. And the students worked on this in groups of 3, and they were actually interviewing people that had survived a disaster and doing a lot of discovery. And then they interpreted it in their own way, and then one was built full scale. And it ended up being in this exhibit because we wanted to showcase what they were capable of doing.
So you raised the bar pretty high. It not only has to look nice, it had to be functional too.
Yes. It was intended to be in a larger Superdome, so that's the reason why it's cardboard. So it also had to be reasonable to produce, and it had to be welcoming.
So these are first semester students. How blown away are you with what they created?
I was blown away from the get-go. I had them do journals, and their journals were phenomenal. I think they were pretty excited about the project. It was a little overwhelming because they had to develop this disaster relief shelter. It had to be for families, and it also had to fit within this museum and be inspired by a work of art. So
That's an A.
they all got A's.